week, and we just happen to be your number 13 choice for fantasy football news. We're going to give you a little bit about something, a whole lot about nothing. What better way to waste your time? These two fellas are my panel that I craftfully selected on Cyber Monday.
Keith.
Tony.
And we're here to talk about last week. We had Drew Brees, 36 points, 310 yards, 4 touchdowns.
And none of them to the receiver that was playing against me last week.
Didn't Willie Snead throw a touchdown in that game?
Everybody wants to be like Murray now.
He may have. Golden Pony Boy.
Somebody got Snead.
Colin Kaepernick showed up, 35 points, 296 yards, 3 touchdowns. Great job, Tony.
113 yards on the ground as well.
I wouldn't include that. Brandon Tannehill did a pretty good job against that defense. We all know. 29 points, 285 yards, 3 touchdowns. Mark Ingram and Shady McCoy coming in at 28.6, 27.1 respectively. Doing the job. LaShawn McCoy, I won't lie, ran all over my butt. And Antonio Brown, 27.1.
And some of those fantasy owners are going, it's about damn time.
Yeah. A little bit of news. AP possibly back in week 14, 15.
Yay, mediocrity.
So if you had Adrian Peterson sitting on your bench this whole season and somehow was still able to make it to the playoffs, you're in luck.
You have a chance to lose now.
Or if, somebody dropped him and he was...
Well, if he's
floating
hanging around on your waiver wire, I don't know. Did I just ruin your sleeper pick?
That's this
No,
league.
no,
Okay,
not at all.
Just making sure.
That's our league. He's just floating around.
News out of New England, Gronk may be out for the season.
Yeah?
Supposed to be
Hulk
having,
smash!
surgery on that back.
So is this going to put Martellus Bennett into motion?
I think Martellus Bennett has already been in motion. I think it'll have more effect on that receiving core.
Yeah. Well, anybody show up for you guys this week that you weren't expecting?
Yeah, Devontae Adams showed up on a Monday night game, even though I didn't expect him to blow up. He did, and I really could have used him.
Actually, I was really surprised Deshaun Jackson played as well as he did.
He
Decent
was
game.
another bench
He had a
runner,
decent
wasn't
game. 17 points.
Anybody just run all over your tail like Shady McCoy did with me?
Not really.
The guy I was playing had Shady and Mark Ingram.
he? Ouch.
Oh,
Ouch.
I've lost my game by 0.1 point on a last-second 1-yard run by Latavius Murray. Lost me the game.
And fun fact, you were one of the advocates to put the fractions
points
of
and-
points.
Yeah, I'm aware. It's just
So that's 2 out of 3 that had some big heartbreakers because I was hoping to have had my championship spot locked up, and now there's a mathematical chance I could be out in the cold.
Possibly.
And if that happens, I may not be here next week.
I have no mathematical chance of getting in other than
So
it would have to be really bad.
are we battling out for who gets number 1 pick now?
Yeah,
Me
yeah
and you?
we're already I'm just setting my lineup to get ready for
Preparing for next year's toilet bowl.
preparing for whoever I play just to score as many points as possible. So, people that I like this week, Howard against that San Francisco defense. I'm going to say he's going to put up a deuce.
I think 2 points, I'll believe that.
20. Avente.
I like Thomas Rawls going up against Carolina's defense this week.
Okay. All right.
I don't know, something about, they haven't really been able to stop the run too much in Carolina. And I think this is a week that Rawls
Going to hammer it out. Julio
back.
Jones against Kansas City. I think it's there. I think he's going to do well.
I don't know, that Kansas City defense,
They like to show up.
they like to show up.
They like to show up. But with Tampa Bay defense, they're starting to look like Minnesota.
Minnesota's starting to look like Tampa Bay.
Well, speaking of Minnesota, I did do a little research and found out a couple players on the Minnesota Vikings defense finally.
All right,
Couple
let's hear 'em.
names: Terrence Williams,
All right.
Captain Munnerlin,
Uh-huh.
Anthony Barr.
Captain
There's
Morgan.
Very nice.
three players on the Minnesota Vikings defense.
Very nice. You get 3 cookies.
And they're all week-old sugar cookies.
My player of the week, your boy Diggs.
He ain't on my team.
Your boy Diggs. I know he's not on your
boy
team.
Diggs.
Man,
Hey,
I
you know
can't
what?
watch him play without
I-
thinking of you.
Dude, man, for some odd mysterious reason, that the player of the week thing helped me the first time. Then it was like the Madden curse. You endorsed him a second time, and he failed.
Yeah.
My
good
player of the
one.
week has been my player of the week a lot.
Boy.
Mike Evans going up against that San Diego defense.
Mike Evans
That
is doing
secondary
pretty well.
is not all that great.
It was,
Two teams that still yet to have their bye finally get that week 13 bye.
Tennessee and Cleveland.
I might actually play Cleveland or Tennessee's defense, and just in case you want to guarantee a 0 out this
You
week.
just want to break even. Save you from losing points.
Yeah.
But
There should be a lot of high-scoring games this week.
There should be. Last week, a lot of high-scoring players. A lot of drop passes, though.
Yeah. Speaking of drop passes, the Chicago Bears lit the
Yeah,
Tennessee
man. What
defense.
about that?
The Tennessee
Barkley was
secondary was
Yeah.
Giving it up.
giving it up, and there's
Chicago-
probably 25 drop passes in that game.
Chicago still could not make it happen.
Was that able? Did that put Barkley on your sleeper list?
No,
Oh,
not
okay.
even close.
Sleep-inducing list? Yeah.
So,
I still do like Meredith, but he didn't really show up last week. He was about the only one that didn't get any targets.
got a few emails. These are pick'ems.
All right.
It's a who or who type deal. So, who wants to go first?
I'll take it.
All right, Tony. Landry against Baltimore's defense or Matthews against Cincinnati defense?
I like Matthews. I know he's a little banged up, but that Cincinnati defense has looked terrible, and I actually liked Stills out of Miami more this week.
Okay. Don't know if they have steals. They'd be able to pick him up off the waiver wire.
We're
Oh,
hoping,
you can definitely pick him up. He's only owned in like 11% of leagues right now, but I actually like
hoping to get
him
a
this
sighting.
week.
All right, Keith. Frank Gore against the New York Jets or Thomas Rawls against Carolina?
Gore.
Gore?
Because that's what they're going to do, especially if they don't have luck for a second week in a row.
I like the Gore pick. The Jets are hard to run on, though.
I don't like the Gore pick. I think Gore is.
You're just taking the easy way out.
I don't like Gore.
Yeah, he's been saying he's an old man for 3 years.
I've been saying stay away from Gore for a while now.
Hey, you won me a championship last year. And then the last one, we got Howard against that San Francisco defense or Ware against Atlanta. I'm going with Howard against that San Francisco defense, although that is pretty tempting. I'm going to go...
If you only had one on your team, Tony.
I'm going to go Howard because I'm predicting a deuce.
I'd play both.
If you only had one on your team.
I'm not picking one. I'm saying if you have, I don't know who your other running back is, but I don't see where you could put very many people ahead of him.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Stay tuned for Tony's Fantasy Sleepers. Thoughts and prayers to the people in Gatlinburg. Apologies to Adam the Woo. If you think the Hokey Pokey is not what it's all about, subscribe below. We'll see you next time.
All right, guys, it's time for another edition of Tony's Fantasy Sleepers. Got a couple picks this week for you. Kenny Stills out of Miami. I really like what he's become part of that, how he's become part of that offense. I like that number 2 option. Another one is Malcolm Mitchell with Grunk going down. I think that he's going to see a lot more work out of New England. And last but not least, we have Dorial Green Beckham sighting in Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar down. Matthews a little banged up. Zach Ertz not really been producing very much. I like DGB going forward. And with all that being said, guys, I guess I'm going to go back to bed.